Hi there, and I hope you're right. I hope you're doing fine. Welcome back to MNF Traders. I hope you're doing all right. I hope you're having a great week. Yeah, so today I just wanted to us to go through some just one pair. I want us to analyze this pair together so that we see what happens. Okay. Yeah. So just walk with me as I analyze this pair. I mean this asset. I'm looking at crude oil. So let's analyze it together using the advanced supply and demand strategy. So let's go. Okay, we want to have a trend, want to have a predominant trend, either short term or up or long term uptrend before we see that break of structure, right? So we have a higher high here, is the head, we have the head here, and we have our left shoulder, which is our QML right there, and then we have our low just below here. Okay, and this low was broken by this move here. Okay, so we call that break of structure, BOS. And I'm looking at this chart on the weekly time frame, by the way. So guys, this is not a signal. This is just for education purposes. Okay, so don't take this as a signal. All right, so we have our high, our low, our high, and our higher high. That's what qualifies a QML. And now we wait for price to come back to our QML right there. Then we can take a sell. Okay, what other structures can I identify? So we have an FTR here, a failure to retest. FTR. So this is very important for a QML to actually be successful. You need to have a QML, need to have an FTR, and usually an FTR is usually caused by this low here, which was broken, which we call a breaker at this level. Okay, so what other structures can I mark here? So let me look for levels where the market was being respected. So at this level, we had market being respected. Yeah, so if you may ask, the market is coming back at this level with a compression and a diamond fake out. So that's how it looks. So this one here is the diamond fake out, but if you pay attention to how price is moving, you actually realize that it's actually compressing, and what follows a compression, it's a breakout. Now price has to move rapidly. Okay, so of course this doesn't guarantee that the market is going to automatically reverse. Okay, so it's remember, an edge is nothing more than a high probability of one thing happening over another. Doesn't really mean that this particular trade is going to work, but it has a higher chance of working than not, right? Yeah, so that's how it is. So our QML is here. Let's try to put a line at this level. You can see that actually this market actually went through our QML level. Therefore, we look for the next we look for a level where the market is most likely to react from, which is the fresh supply zone. And if we look closely, we have remember, how do you define a supply zone? It's a fresh untouched. So we want a fresh supply zone. So I can do it like that. Okay, I can try and cover that whole candle. People do it differently, so it depends on how you've actually backtested your strategy and how you find it. So people use differently according to what they found to be actually working for them. So you don't have to do it exactly as I'm doing it. You have to make sure that you actually backtest and find out what works for you, right? Yeah, and stop loss is just going to be slightly above the higher high. Okay, and we do some labeling. So this is a rally based drop supply zone. That's a rally based supply zone, rally based drop supply zone, and this is our fake out zone. It's also called the liquidity zone. Yeah, and you can see that price is coming back to our level with a compression and a 3D pattern. Okay, a 3D representation. We have a touch here, a touch here, and we have a touch there. Remember, this is the weekly time frame, and you can already see price trying to react at that level. So this is basically how it is. It qualifies to be a nice QML with which is a liquid test QML with a diamond fake out and compression. So this is actually looks very good. I mean, the chances of it working are quite high, but this doesn't mean that we should actually put any significance on this particular trade, because the outcome of every trade is purely random. But you know that when you have a strategy with an edge, long term you're going to win. So that's what it is. Otherwise, this is how it looks. Let's see how it looks on the daily. This is the week. This was the weekly. Let me look at the daily and see how it looks, how it's looking, and yeah, you can see that it's actually looking very good. It's actually looking pretty good. So you guys, if you've been watching my videos, you can actually remember saying that okay, you need price to be in an uptrend or downtrend before that particular move that breaks structures. So you want price to actually be moving. You want to have at least 2 to 3 higher highs and higher lows. We had higher highs and higher lows, several of them. Then price made the high, then broke this higher low here, telling us that there's a break of structure. Price tried to go up and touch that level, it failed. Hence, we had an FTR, which is a failure to retest. Gave us a resistance here twice, the third time as well. The fourth time, it couldn't hold anymore, meaning all the support and resistance traders, all the breakout traders were actually trapped. Okay, price went and got back down and then actually pushed through, took all the stop losses for those that were trying to actually buy, then went back again, took for those that are trying to sell as a breakout, then finally price went now to try and tap into our supply zone before we can see some either movement below or actually price pulling through to the upside. So we have no idea what's going to happen. Our job is to objectively identify our age and let the market do what it has to do, right? That's all we can do. So you guys, this is just how simple the analysis is. If you've got any questions on how you can actually analyze how the QML is and everything pertaining the Quasimodo strategy, you can drop it down in the comment section. I can surely try and explain. Yeah, this is how it is. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed the video, please like the video, subscribe, consider subscribing if you find our content valuable, and also share it with your friends. All right, please also click that bell notification so that every time we post a new video, you'll be actually notified. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great one.